If you own a dog, or maybe have looked into getting one, or simply don't care for dogs, let me introduce you to some ways that owning a dog can completely change your life and your brain. So starting off with the overall lifestyle effects. One of the biggest things about owning a dog is that you no longer just think about yourself. I'm talking no more carefree hours. Gone are the days when you decide to sleep in and leisurely choose what you would like to do to start your day off with. You imagine the perfect morning when you wake up and decide what you would like to do for yourself to start the day off with, whether it be self-care or taking a nice bath or making the perfect coffee. No. It goes a little more something like this. Or maybe you're going out for dinner tonight. Or so you thought. Granted, this is overly dramatized. Depending on what kind of dog you have, that is. It might not be. But in all seriousness, your life really isn't just about you anymore, and that's not a bad thing. Though you have the responsibility of caring for another living, breathing being aside from yourself, I personally would not have it any other way. Because with the responsibility of all of the time and dedication and self-sacrifice and money and patience that comes along with owning a dog, you also find that purpose in caring for something aside from just yourself, which is very fulfilling and trains your perspective to be flexible and adaptable while allowing you the opportunity to gain so much companionship in the process. Routine where you decide, there is a lizard on my window. He's huge! Hello! We'll name her Wendy. Get it? Window. Yeah, never mind. We've briefly addressed how owning a dog can change your life. Now let's address the unwritten benefits of owning a dog. That is, how it can change your brain. Now the first thing is that we completely get hooked on our dogs. Scientific studies have shown how just by looking at a picture of your dog gives a similar response in the brain as someone who was looking at a picture of their own child, like human child, not fur baby. This is because a canine companionship can trigger a similar response in the brain as a parent-child relationship, specifically the neurological response to a parent and their baby. In fact, merely looking at your dog produces rushes of oxytocin, which has a great deal to do with building bonds. And recent studies have shown how this release of oxytocin when looking at your dog works both ways. Your dog's levels of oxytocin increase as well when making eye contact. This also works in other ways, such as when you come home to see them after a long day at work or school. Their tail is wagging and their little eyes are looking at you with so much adoration and love because their oxytocin levels are most likely flying through the roof. But this adds so much to our relationship and the amount that they care about us, knowing that the same kind of neurological construction and triggers to their brain are very similar to the things that we experience. Yet research shows that our brains are actually hardwired to bond to other beings that are dependent on and appreciative of our care, which explains partly why we gravitate towards the dog as an ideal pet. It's no doubt that we do everything we can for our dogs, and we always think about what we can do for them. But have you ever thought about what they do for us? That lizard is still okay. He just, oh, he's eating bugs off my window. Okay, you can stay. Okay. Speaking of, animals helping us out, that's a perfect example of what a pet can do for you, even though he's not my pet. He's my pet for the day. As any dog owner may be able to say, dogs give us entertainment, company, and affection. Just simple interaction with a dog, such as petting or playing with them, is proven to significantly reduce our stress levels, specifically the production of the stress hormone cortisol. It's a twofold thing where interaction with your dog also produces increased amounts of serotonin and dopamine, which are feel-good hormones, and contribute to a state of feeling calm and relaxed and content. In fact, a study has confirmed and further supported the fact that dogs are a great source of stress relief and improved mood. This research involved an experiment where participants were given 10 minutes to pet and pamper a dog in order to show the effects that it has on our brains. After the 10-minute period, the results showed how the participants experienced a significantly reduced amount of muscle tension as well as a decreased heart rate. There was also evidence of a significant decrease in cortisol, which is a stress hormone. This is why dogs serve a great role in the field of therapy. Their mood-boosting ability to contagiously make a room full of people smile is something that's very unique and special to them. And it's a trait that has added to their reputation of being man's best friend. Even specific incidents have yielded that first-time dog owners who were feeling lonely or depressed have witnessed that just their dog sleeping by their side at night has been better for their mental health than any medication they have ever taken. This is partly because simply petting your dog releases serotonin in your brain. Because simply... What is he doing? He's like spread eagle on my window. Okay, we're gonna ignore that. Do you ever watch those 10-minute videos of funny dog compilations doing hilariously embarrassing and ridiculous things because it helps boost your mood after a long day? Guilty. Well, enter into the world of clumsy canines because chances are your dog is bound to do something cute and funny at one point or another. Due to their small temporal lobe, dogs live very much in the moment. Unlike us, who rationalize and think ahead of the big picture reality in life, dogs live footloose and fancy-free. This type of personality, regardless of your own personality, could really help diversify your perspective and change your outlook in life to find a more laid-back approach and maybe live in the moment a bit more. So while it may not be the most opportune moment to take Fido for a walk right when you get home from school or work, or maybe feel like relaxing for the night, but dogs don't think that way. The way they view things in life may help us to take a step back and kind of change our perspective of what's important. Will it really kill us to take a couple minutes of time and invest in this relationship? Chances are it might do us a lot of good to get out of the house and clear our heads. This may also help us reconsider other aspects of our lives, considering our personal relationships. Taking the time to just do some little things, even for your dog. And in addition to all of this lovely companionship, dogs keep us in shape, physically and mentally. Triglyceride and cholesterol levels, my gosh, the lizard just fell off my window. Just lost my pet for the day. Though the physical health effects of owning a dog are extraordinary, such as regulated heart rate, steady blood pressure, lower stress levels, and increased cardiovascular health due to Fido's insistency that you take a walk tonight. But the effects on the brain are just as great, and a healthy canine-human relationship can significantly improve your brain's health. And it all starts with cortisol, the stress hormone, which communicates with other neurotransmitters such as oxytocin, the feel-good hormone, which relieves stress and enhances a sense of bond and trust, dopamine, the pleasure hormone, which conveys positive feelings towards someone or something, and serotonin, the mood hormone, which affects feelings of being calm, anxious, or happy. All of these hormones seem to be much better regulated when interacting with a dog, particularly your own dog, due to the stress relieving aspects of their cuddly companionship and behavior, combined with their natural ability to keep us very physically fit and active. They just seem to have the natural gift and ability to boost your mood and overall health. Now, let's address the elephant in the room, shall we? The question, isn't dog ownership hard? I mean, let's not forget that between the cute playtimes and walks lie a few costly vet bills or stained rugs or chewed items occasionally. So granted, there is a slight bit of stress, just a little bit, that may come along with worrying about them when you have to leave them, or perhaps training them through some behavioral and lifestyle habits. So despite the downsides of owning a dog, which may seem to be more prominent in a decision-making process of wanting to get one, there is so much to be gained from the relationship and companionship of a little canine friend. And let's face it, they are animals. But at what point does the difference lie between having an animal living in your house to seeing it as your best friend? Honestly, it's all in the perspective and the bond that you share with your dog. Not all dogs are the same, and neither are humans. There are a variety of personalities and character traits in each category, which makes the bond that you have with your dog so much more important. There are those special bonds when you find it, and there's also relationships that take a bit more work. Just because they don't fall at your feet doesn't mean they don't love you, and because they have feelings too, they may just have a different way of showing their love, which is why they need you to try and meet them on their level where they're at. Granted, there may be some hard times, especially if you're training from a puppy. Along the way, you may realize how it's one of the most rewarding things that you can find, having a bond that lasts a lifetime. In the end, after you've invested so much of yourself and built that relationship, you're gonna realize how they won't forget that. And due to their innate loyalty and unconditional love, they will have your back no matter what. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope that you enjoyed and found some of these points to be helpful. Perhaps you learned a few things about you and your relationship with your dog and dogs in general. Sometimes knowing the psychology behind certain things that we experience on a daily basis can help change our outlook towards those things and reapproach it with more intention and knowledge. I would appreciate it so much if you were to like this video and subscribe to join the network of growth that we're building here, and to stay informed on some upcoming content. My prompt for you is to comment down below if you have a dog or just love dogs, and if so, what is your favorite breed? I will see you very soon, and until next time, stay smiling. This type of personality. This is partly because simply he looks like the Geico Gecko. Subscribe to my channel, mate. That was the worst accent I've ever heard in my life. I'm very sorry.